Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Daryl Guberman, CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm here in Connecticut. Been involved with quality for over 40 plus years, and I'm going to get right to the crux of it. We did some evaluation, got my team together that I have all over the place. I've formulated in the last 3 years. I got people together who are retired and some government people, all the rest. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm going to read this to you. George Westinghouse versus modern CEOs, leadership, employee loyalty, and the decline of corporate integrity. And this goes especially to Boeing, that I have had intimate dealings with. Also, it could go for Lockheed Martin and Pfizer and Johnson Johnson, because those are the companies that have had issues with their quality, blatant issues. All of them have, but those four especially. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon or good morning or good evening. Today I want to talk about leadership, true leadership, and how far we've strayed from the principles that once built great companies. To do that, let's look at George Westinghouse, a man whose name is synonymous with innovation and industrial progress, but more importantly, a leader who earned the unwavering respect of all his employees. Westinghouse wasn't just a businessman. He was an engineer, an innovator, a man of integrity. His employees never, ever went on strike. Not because they were afraid or coerced, but because they were valued. They were valued. He introduced the 5-day work week, paid vacation, and safety measures long before they became standard. He believed that a company's success wasn't just measured by profits, but by the well-being and loyalty of its workforce. Now let's fast forward to today's nightmare. Let's look at the CEOs of aerospace, medical, automotive industries that, like Westinghouse, rely on highly skilled workers, yet are now plagued by corporate greed, short-sighted decisions, and broken trust. Take Boeing as a prime example. Instead of fostering loyalty and commitment, their leadership threatened their own workforce during contract negotiations when the CEO issued a last and final offer and warned that if employees didn't accept it, he would hire scabs. That wasn't leadership. It was corporate extortion. Yes, corporate extortion. It was a demonstration of disregard for the very people who build their aircraft. The backbone of their company. Contrast that with Westinghouse, who understood that when you treat workers with dignity and fairness, they will go to great lengths to ensure a company's success. And Boeing isn't alone. We see the same toxic leadership across multiple industries. In the medical field, CEOs prioritize stock prices over patient care, cutting corners in quality and staffing. In the automotive industry, executives offshore manufacturing, all while expecting consumers to stay loyal to their brands, no longer invest in American workers. In aerospace, leaders like Boeing, former CEOs outsource talent, abandon hands-on management, and prioritize shareholder payouts over engineering excellence. So what can we learn from Westinghouse? What can be done to restore real leadership in these corporations today? The first thing is that I applied to be the CEO of Boeing. If not the CEO, some piece of that quality that they need back in the system. Not taking a guy who's been there for 20 or 30 years and putting them into a management position higher than what they were. Number one, invest in your workforce. Westinghouse knew that a well-treated workforce was an asset, not a liability. Modern CEOs need to stop treating employees as disposable, start recognizing them as the foundation of their success. Number two, lead with integrity. Leadership isn't about issuing ultimatums or breaking unions. It's about earning trust and setting an example. CEOs today are out of touch with the realities of their industries because they sit in boardrooms, far removed from workers who make their success possible, and also golf courses. You forgot about that. Prioritize quality over short-term gains. Westinghouse built his legacy on quality, not just profits. Boeing's failures, from MCAS to outsourcing critical production, show that what happens when companies abandon engineering and expertise in favor of cost cutting. Number 4, bring back hands-on leadership. Westinghouse was an engineer first, a businessman second. Today's CEOs come from finance and law backgrounds, not the industries they oversee. They don't understand the technical aspects of their products, which leads to disastrous decision making. The difference between Westinghouse and today's corporate leaders is clear. One built a company where employees were proud to work, where quality was paramount, and where success was measured beyond stock value. The others, they lead through threats, greed, and race to the bottom. If companies want to regain the trust of employees and the public, they must return to leadership-based knowledge, respect, and commitment to excellence. Westinghouse left a blueprint for success, one that today's CEOs would do well to follow before their industries collapse under the weight of their own failures. And I'm going to read something that I've read before to the Boeing leadership, and this goes to all the CEOs. It's by Sun Tzu, The Art of War. I replace soldiers with employees. Regard your employees as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look upon them as your own beloved sons and daughters, and they will stand by you even unto death. If, however, you are indulgent but unable to make your authority felt, kind-hearted but unable to enforce your commands, and incapable, moreover, of quelling disorder, then your soldiers must be likened to spoiled children. They are useless for any practical purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. My number is 203-556-1493. If you have any questions, please text me. I look forward to hearing from you.